Welcome back to Duty, Honor, Country, Zags. ROTC is filled with great leaders who have helped serve our country. They are teaching the next generation how to serve now. I'm here with Master Sergeant Flint and Cadet AJ Margve. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. So we'll start with you, AJ. What made you want to start or join the ROTC program?
So if you told me about 5 years ago that I would be sitting here as a senior about to commission, I probably wouldn't believe you. And then as I was getting ready to graduate high school, I wanted to continue the academics and the athletics as well as the leadership that I had going on there. I applied for West Point, ended up not getting in, so naturally I applied for ROTC. Wound up here at Gonzaga, and honestly it's been the best thing that ever has happened to me, so I'm so blessed and so humbled to just be sitting right here.
That's awesome. We're happy to have you here at Gonzaga.
Thank you.
Master Sergeant Flint, what brought you here to Gonzaga after everything you've done?
I think basically I had the opportunity in my last job to do something that could still affect the Army and produce great leaders. So being in the Bulldog Battalion is awesome. I mean, the cadets they're dedicated. They want to do great in the classroom in the ROTC, but also in the university. They're academic scholars. They're student ambassadors. We do a lot of stuff for the university, and they love doing it. So it's a pleasure teaching them.
That's awesome. And if you had for the cadets to take one thing out of ROTC, what would you want them to get out of it?
Believing in themselves, having the confidence to know that they have the leadership ability. They just have to use the skills that we kind of teach them and give them the tools and like life skills to be successful in the military. Okay,
so being a senior, AJ, do you think you learned those leadership skills?
I mean, I don't know everything, and I probably won't know everything for probably. I'm not going to reach a point where I'm going to know everything, but I feel like I do have a great foundation, and just seeing other cadets at other schools, I know that the cadre here have definitely prepared us better than any of the other programs. So I feel very confident getting out there and being a platoon leader.
What makes our cadre so much better than?
They're willing to invest in the cadets. It doesn't matter if that's a 5-minute conversation after PT or a 2-3 hour conversation at 9 p.m. at night. They're there for you, and if you have a question, they will spend their time, and they're so dedicated to just us and our development as leaders.
That's so awesome. Well, we have a few questions from our followers on social media. Let's talk to Dana Marie in the tweet suite.
Now, AJ, this question is for you. It comes from a GUTV alum, Caroline Rourke. I thought college was busy enough, and I wasn't getting up early to train. How do you find balance?
I guess it is a struggle. You definitely have to do time management and plan out your days, when you're going to study, when you're going to have time for friends or clubs. It's definitely a struggle, but I would just say finding the balance comes through the people that you're with. So when you have people that are there motivating you, encouraging you to attend every event or wake up at 5:30, it makes such a difference.
That's awesome. Master Sergeant Flint, when it's all said and done, and no matter what path these cadets want to take, what do you want besides the leadership path? Is there something like as a team you would like for them to stay together, like as more of a Gonzaga?
Yeah,
ROTC?
I mean, in life itself, you have to have connections, lifelong connections. I mean, they're going to be friends for a long time. They're going to leave here and they're going to go to their weddings. They're going to be there for childbirth. I mean, it's not like a normal person where you leave school, you never talk to them again. They're still going to be connected because they're still going to be in the Army. And it's a small community. You'll see them again eventually down the road. So.
Absolutely. It's like a little family. Well,
yeah,
we have another question, so let's see what Dana has for us.
Madeline Stutz asks, what is the most challenging thing about being an ROTC? Coming from either one of you, leading an ROTC Bulldog Battalion or just participating in it?
I would say the most challenging thing for them is balancing the demands of the ROTC program and their academics. And we stress that you can't become an officer unless you meet the requirements to graduate. So there's going to be times where they have to do stuff for academics, and that's more important. Like I said, they're not going to commission if they don't reach their degree matriculation. So we kind of help them meet their goals.
What about you, AJ?
I would just agree with Master Sergeant Flint. So the hardest thing is balancing those dual identities. You're a college student and you want to do things and have that typical college experience, but you're also a cadet and you're going to be a platoon leader or you're going to be a commissioned officer within less than 4 years. So how do you balance those two, and how do you meet the demands of both very rigorous programs?
So what are you going to do in the Army?
So I don't know yet. I know I'm going active duty. Hopefully some sort of logistics, but we'll find out at the end of November.
Okay. Sergeant, can you tell us who has been in ROTC and who hasn't? Like people just walking through campus. Does that make sense? Like if you just were walking down campus.
Yeah. So if you wanna come and the first couple of years you can come and take classes. You can take the MSL class or the military science class. You can come to PT. The only thing is to move on after your junior senior year, you have to be a contracted cadet, which means you have to sign paperwork saying, hey, this is my path, and so there's slots that are available for each MS year.
Okay. So did you always know you wanted to train others?
Yeah, I mean, I came in the Army. I was a young E4 in Germany, and my sergeant was like, hey, you have the ability to have a successful career if you want to. And there's nothing better than seeing somebody that you've impacted become a great leader in the Army.
So if you were to see me walking through campus, what would you notice? What would you say?
I'd say you're a pretty tall gentleman.
I don't know if I'm fit for the ROTC program, maybe.
We can whip you into shape if you want.
All right, well, that's always good to hear. Well, we have Dana has one more question for us in the tweet suite.
Our last question is, how many years do military ROTC Bulldog Battalion have to serve post-graduation?
So usually the minimum, they'll have to do 8 years federal service. So they can do 4 years on active duty and then go into the reserve or National Guard component. But you have to do 8 years federal service. And then you can basically resign your commission after that.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. I just want to thank you, Master Sergeant Flint and AJ, for coming out today.
Thanks for having us.
We just like to, here at GU, we want to thank all of the ROTC and the Bulldog Battalion for everything they do for our country. Make sure you tune in next week for our show, Hope for the Homeless, Wednesday, October 2nd at 5 p.m. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at GUTV Zags for updates on our future shows. I'm Ryan Edwards. Have a great night.